This is an RV MarinePat 400 amp bus bar kit. You can see, it's pretty hefty. You can kind of feel that in the box here. So I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you about $46. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. The box is a little mangled because these were moving around inside of it. Alright, so in the box we get 2 of these bus bars, and they include these kind of wood screws, although you probably put them into sheet metal as well, to mount them down at the mounting points. Now, they have these plastic caps that hold this plastic cover on top, and they have 6 studs, and 2 of the studs at the ends are a little bit longer, and then the ones down in the middle are a little bit shorter here. So they say these are 5/16, but you can also put M8 on them. They're measuring 0.31 inches. Now the threading on the studs and the nuts here is 8mm by 1.25 threads per millimeter. Now they call them 5/8 studs, and they'll fit 5/8 just perfectly fine that way. But if you lose one of these nuts and you need to purchase a nut to put on it, it's not actually a 5/8 stud, it's actually an M8 stud. Since they give you plenty of nuts, that shouldn't be an issue, but just something to keep in mind. Now these M8 plastic acorn nuts, I don't know how difficult it would be to replace an M8 plastic acorn nut if you lost one. And that's the only thing holding these covers on. So if you take that off and then misplace it, you could put a regular nut there, but then you'd have electrically active nut hanging out on the top of your cover. So that's, don't lose your nuts there. They don't give you any extra acorn nuts. They also say that there's this, 8.5mm nickel-plated copper bus bar, and it feels pretty heavy. There's definitely some magnetic attraction to the threaded bolts themselves. The nuts are not generally magnetically attracted here, so it's possible that the bolts might not be full stainless, or it might be that they're just a very worked stainless. But my impression here from the way the magnet's sticking to them is that the bolts or the studs are not stainless, whereas these guys are giving every impression of being stainless. Now the bus bar itself is completely non-magnetic. There's a big heavy-duty plastic mounting plate. Looks like it should be insulating that just fine. And I'm assuming that the positive or the red bus bar is exactly a mirror of the negative or black bus bar. It does seem that way. A little spot check on this nut. Yeah, those nuts are also non-magnetic, but the studs are magnetic. Now, in addition to the bus bars, you get this bag of hardware. So we have 4 of these guys, which are 1/0 cables by 5/8 lugs. And we have 2 of these guys, which are 4/0 cables by 5/16 lugs. I've never actually heard of 4/0 cables. They look more like 0/0 cables, just from my experience. Let me take a look here. General internal diameter on those guys are 13.5mm, whereas these guys are 10.2mm. And you have some heat shrink tubing. It's very thin heat shrink tubing. There's no adhesive lined on it. I would probably substitute adhesive lined heat shrink tubing, but they do give you some here. It looks like you have 1 big and 2 small, and then over here you have kind of your 1 big and 2 small. So it's a decent selection. It's not enough to have a lug on every single post, but I can see, they're saying, hey, we have, a big battery coming in here, and then you're going to have, some feeders that aren't quite as big. Now, these lugs will not fit next to each other the way they are, and so you are going to have to leave, if you're using their lugs, one of those guys blank there. Now I'm not sure on the small ones they might sit next to each other, so let's take a look at that. Yeah, so these small ones will just fit next to each other, but this guy over here, pretty much any way you mount that in there is going to be blocking the post next to it. So, you know, you might have to take that into account if you're using these larger cable lugs, that instead of, you know, 6 positions, you might only have the 1 main connection and then 4 coming off of it. So this plastic for the cover feels very sturdy. You know, I mean, I think I could break these little legs off if I tried, but the main box there, you know, that feels very sturdy and pretty solid. And they have these little plastic caps that will insulate these studs that are sticking up and hold that plastic on. Obviously, you can reach your fingers on the inside because there has to be a little bit of room for these jacks to come out, but it's not a large area. You know, the nickel copper is fully exposed all the way around, so it's a little protection from things falling on it. Obviously, it's not completely enclosed. So at the price point, I don't think this is a bad package. You may need to shop for your own lugs depending on your cable sizes, or if you need more than, you know, 3 lugs per side, but it's a good starting package for, you know, setting things up, and then you have some room for adding, you know, other items if you need to. Right, so from a weight standpoint, if you have one of these with all the provided lugs, we're not really looking at the heat shrink, that's 0.85 pounds. So, you know, they're pretty hefty, but not like an unreasonable amount for that much copper. So I think my only real concern with this setup is those studs. My suspicion is those are zinc-plated steel, you know, so they could potentially have some corrosion going on the studs.